Welcome to today's class, and the topic is market sector opportunities. Now, we have discovered the services which we can offer in the marketplace, and this came by us understanding the industries where our market brand names from our natural abilities placed us at in the marketplace. So now it's time to study where are our opportunities in the marketplace. Because once you have your services and your products, the other thing to work on is where are the opportunities or where are the consumers of my services and my products? And how can I enter into the marketplace and remain outstanding? So that is key for us to learn. And that's why we have market sector opportunities as one of the subtopics of this class, or one of the topics of our course outline. As we begin, we will be learning that market opportunities are usually in two things. Number one, existing problems, and number two, existing gaps. That is in the market. And the way to fill those two, the way to address existing problems and also existing gaps in the marketplace is by, number one, noting down pending innovations in the marketplace, and number two, importing our creativity into the marketplace, because when we import our creativity, what happens is this: it addresses the existing market gaps and also existing problems in society. So we go to the next slide, and this slide defines what society problems are and also what market gaps are. So what is a society problem, or what are society problems? Limitations affecting humanity due to inefficiencies in creativity and innovation. Never forget that definition. Society problems are limitations affecting humanity due to inefficiencies in creativity and innovation. Now, I would say every business in the marketplace, that business is in the marketplace because it is addressing a society problem. And that's why all sectors and industries in the marketplace are usually solutions to problems in society. For example, the transport sector or industry, it is addressing the problem of transition, or that is transiting from one point to another, or probably movement. Now imagine a case scenario where we never had aeroplanes. How would people be traversing from continent to continent? That would be a big problem. So the Wright brothers, when they innovated the aeroplane, or when they invented the aeroplane, it was a big solution to the question of people crisscrossing continent to continent with ease. And we know that brought very many benefits into the marketplace, especially trade, leadership, also networking, also importation and exportation of goods, services, cultures, modernization, and all that. Okay, think about agricultural industry. It's addressing the problem of hunger. So society problems all the times are what creates a market among us people. So society problems, I would say again, these are limitations affecting humanity due to inefficiencies in creativity and innovation. So what happens is this: whenever there's a problem in society, that invokes creativity and innovation. And guys who challenge themselves to innovate and create and are able to solve that problem in society, those guys end up becoming giants in the marketplace. And that is as simple as it is. So as you enter into the marketplace with your natural ability, this is what you're supposed to capitalize on. First, seek to know what are the problems in society related to the industry where your market brand name placed you. For example, if you are into guidance and counseling, you are supposed to ask yourself, what are the problems in society right now which need guidance and counseling? Is it drug abuse? Is it unruliness? Is it unemployment? Is it financial challenges? Is it divorce? Probably depression, mental health challenges. Yeah, so what are the problems in society which guidance and counseling can be an answer to? So when you'll be studying those problems or listing down those problems, this is what will happen. Remember, you are naturally good at counseling or guiding. That is a strength which nobody taught you. You discovered it is within you, and you have been practicing it even before you attended this class, which taught you that in the marketplace, your natural ability to guide and counsel has an office which can earn you money. So this is what will happen when you start listing down problems in society which guidance and counseling is an answer to. The natural genius within you, or in the natural ability to guide and counsel, we'll start bringing ideas in a creative and innovative way to address those problems. And as that starts to happen, you will discover you have started becoming an answer to those problems in society. And what we'll start addressing is the limitations affecting humanity due to inefficiencies in creativity and innovations in the marketplace. Meaning, in the marketplace, there could be other counselors. There could be guys who offer therapy services, but they have not worked hard enough to address that problem. Or you could find those people are very few. They cannot completely offer solutions to the many problems in society affecting people in the area of the problems which guidance and counseling addresses. So what will happen is this: your natural ability and the natural genius within your natural ability will start to create and to innovate solutions in terms of services and products, which will be now sorting the inefficiencies existing in the guidance and counseling sector in the marketplace. And that's how you will enter into the marketplace, and people will start recognizing your presence, and you'll start getting customers. Those customers give you other referrals. Why? You focused at problems in society which your market brand name and the services of your market brand name can address. Problems in society becomes your market opportunities. And that is one of the most amazing way to earn money in the marketplace. When every other person is running away from problems, you turn those problems into your income. On the other side, what is a market gap, or what are market gaps? Inefficiencies in customer satisfaction by existing market players. As you enter into the marketplace, you'll discover there are other people who are offering the services which you are offering. Now, one of the ways to get opportunities easily is to do what? Identify areas of complaints by existing customers. And as you enter into the marketplace, now, let your innovation and creativity present satisfaction which the existing customer is missing in the market. And that's how you will bridge the existing market gaps, and those will be your opportunities, and customers will start flocking away because the satisfaction which they have been lacking all along, now it's present with you. So you have discovered there are services and products you can offer in the marketplace as a result of your natural ability. The other thing is study society problems. List down, if possible, as many problems as possible society is facing, which your services and products can address. Then after that, I've told you the natural ability within you, the natural genius of your natural abilities will start creating and innovating solutions and probably schemes and structures in which those problems in society, you can address them. And that will give you an advantage because you will be addressing inefficiencies in innovation and creativity in the marketplace, and you'll have a lot of money. And one thing which you need to know is this: we don't have problems in society. What we have is inefficiency of creativity and innovation. If we add enough creativity and innovation, we'll have less problems. And that's why all the time problems are opportunities, because every problem is an open check for someone to innovate and create. And once they solve that problem, of course, they'll be appreciated with money. They'll be able to transact and trade. I solve your problem, you give me your money. And that's how you'll generate an income. On the other side, identify market gaps. Study that sector which you are entering into. What are customers' complaints? What are some of the areas customers keep on saying, I am dissatisfied, I am dissatisfied? Address such. and you'll be in money. Next slide, I want us to see how some people or how the world went through what we have just said in terms of how there used to exist a particular service or a particular product, and that particular service and product had what we call inefficiencies in creativity and innovation. Even though the product existed or was present and was solving the problem, it was not solving the problem enough, meaning there was a deficiency of creativity and innovation. And again, customers were not satisfied enough, meaning there was dissatisfaction by consumers. And as a result of that opened opportunities for people in the marketplace or for people in society to innovate and to create. They bridged the market gaps, made a lot of money, and also the creativity and innovation which they brought forth solved society problems and gave them a lot of money. So right now in this new slide, we have market sector opportunities, and we have society problems equals market opportunities, which we had already said. We have two photos here. We have a photo of a guy blowing a horn, and on the other side, we have a photo of letters. Now we start with the first photo, and this is the sector of communication. The first guy is blowing a horn, and this is back in the days when the horn was the best, if I would say, the best tool for communication. And I believe every family was yearning, can I have my own horn? Because the horn used to be blown, and the way in which, the reason is because the horn used to be blown, and the way it has been blown, the way the guy was blowing did it determine the message it passed. And sometimes it would sound and people will know that there was an attack impending. Sometimes it will sound and people will know that it was time to celebrate. Family has got a baby, maybe a baby boy, a baby girl, and such and such. Sometimes it will be blown because of a particular calendar events, particular community activities, and such and such. So every family was yearning to have a horn. And I would just imagine the cattle keepers who had cattle with long horns. Those guys were into business. And I could also imagine that vendors went into the marketplace, and there are those vendors who decided to specifically focus on selling horns, and they were into business. And the reason is because the horn solved a problem, and the problem was of communication. Instead of, if let's say a family was blessed with a child, and then they have to send someone from every village or every house in a particular village to pass the news. The person who was responsible for blowing the horn in that family will just get the horn, probably stand at a point where if they blew, everybody would hear. They blow the horn, and immediately they blow the horn, everybody knows that a new baby has been born. Or maybe someone has seen danger from a distance, and instead of running to every family saying danger, danger, they'll just stand at a particular point and blow the horn, and everybody will know that there is some danger ahead, or there is some attack about to take place. And as a result of that, people will take the necessary cautions. So anyone who had connection with the horn was in serious money. It was an industry. But of course, it had its own challenges, because sometimes someone might blow, and instead of blowing as if it was a celebration message, probably they mistake and they blow as if it's a danger. And maybe that brought confusion. Again, the distance where that sound would go, probably sometimes it will be limited. And again, sometimes you will discover in terms of also confidentiality, there's no confidentiality, and such and such. So as a result of those challenges, I believe some people started thinking and started to think and started to notice those inefficiencies. And they were like, we need to be more creative and more innovative to address the problems society is facing as a result of using the horn as a means of communication. And that's why I believe there's some guys worked hard and came up with a letter. And the letter was like the iPhone of today's generation, or probably the AI innovation of today's generation. So the letter, people would write, they would envelope that letter, and they would send the letter to the farthest distance possible. And That information, the person who the letter was addressed to would open, read the information, and again also pen down response and send back. So the letter beat the on immensely. And as a result of the letter, what happened? Now people had the anchor to be literate, to be able to read and write, so that they can communicate using the letter. And what happened? Just as a result of innovation of the letter, several things happened. The paper industry had to exist, had to be established. The ink or pens industry, the ink industry had to be established. The plastic industry, because of the pens, also had to be established. So as a result of the letter being innovated, it opened very many other sectors in the world or in the marketplace, and that was money. And again, this is what I want to tell you. Whenever an innovation is born, which addresses a problem in society at a higher dimension, what that innovation does, it becomes a key, which opens other interrelated innovations, very many. And what is established in the marketplace, multi-million transactions. And income for many people in society is also unlocked. Because imagine during the blowing of the horn, people who are into business probably were the kettle keepers and the vendors of the horns and the blowers of the horns. But when the letter came, now very many jobs were opened up. Guys who are planting trees, because of course we know papers are manufactured from trees or processed from trees. People who are planting trees were in business. People who are transporting the timber or probably the wood from the trees were in business. And again, now the people who are working in the company for processing the paper were in business. The ink industry was in business. Schools, teachers were in business because now people had to learn how to read and write. Sales company were into business. Messengers were into business. That's why now we had to have companies like courier services. All these were born as a result of innovation of the letter. And that's why studying market gaps and society problem is key, because it brings forth an innovation which solves one society problems but ends up creating a chain of businesses and income opportunities for very many people. And that is what the letter did. Let's go to the next slide. And of course, the letter had its challenges, and also society was facing problems as a result of the letter. Because sometimes people would open the letter, read, probably take, if inside the letter there was some cash, take the cash and such, and there were many other problems. And as a result of that, guys kept on studying problems society is facing as a result of the letter. Dissatisfaction, that is a market gap, which was in the marketplace as a result of people using the letter. And that's why we had guys come up with the phone. We had guys come up with the email. We had guys come up with the smartphone, probably chatting either on WhatsApp or using SMSs, and the internet. And can I tell you, these innovations made the letter irrelevant. Why did they make the letter irrelevant? This is the reason. Because they brought forth solutions to problems which the letter was posing to mode of communication in society. So they became a solution that the letter would not offer, or they became a solution to all problems use of a letter as a means of communication was creating in society. And as a result of that, they also created many, many businesses. These innovations led to a sprouting of many other businesses. And some of the companies which brought an innovation which solved the problems which the letter was posing to society or society was facing because of the letter is this. Some of those companies are listed as below. Google, which today is 2.9 trillion USD. Yahoo today, the net worth is 5 billion. X, which has a net worth of 42.83 billion. Yahoo, which has a net worth of $5 billion. Safaricom, a company in Kenya, net worth of 8.6 billion USD. And then we have the cell phone companies combined together, $2.6 trillion USD dollars. That's their net worth. Then we have Meta, Facebook, at 1.89 trillion USD. Now, these companies, when they were innovated or when they landed in the marketplace, what happened was they solved society problem of communication. They made easy the way people communicated at social level, at business level, at whichever level, informal, formal levels. They made communication easy. And as a result of that, what they did was they made production processes to be efficient, at attainment of results to be efficient. And that's why they grew into the marketplace and they participating in income sharing of the money which the communication industry makes. So that we are still learning the same thing. Whenever an innovation comes into the marketplace and solves an existing problem in society, that innovation attracts money. And the reason why it attracts money, and a lot of money than even the previous company, is this. By that innovation existing in the marketplace, it spreads along to open other sectors in the marketplace also to innovate in relationship to the innovation which has been made. And I'll give a very good example, Gmail. Okay, Google started as a search engine. From a search engine, it grew to an email platform, the Gmail. From Gmail, YouTube. And from that, now companies would advertise at their search engine platform, that is at their internet platform. And from those advertising, as I was saying, then YouTube came in, an advertisement platform. People would share their messages, and it keeps on growing and growing and growing and growing. People would continue learning. People would even, today, people teach. Today, people have YouTube channels whereby they sell their products, their services, whereby people learn millions of lessons from other people, and such, confirming that whenever an innovation steps into the marketplace, it opens up avenues, or it becomes a light whereby other individuals used to innovate and to grow. And that's why that initial innovation attracts a lot of money. And that's why when you enter into the marketplace with your natural ability, you're supposed to study problems in society and areas of dissatisfaction. If, for example, let's say that you have discovered your natural ability leads you to life coaching, or leads you to enter probably in the manufacturing or processing industry, don't just process what other people are processing. Don't just manufacture what every other person is manufacturing. Study the problems in society, which exist as a result of the current market players not being able to completely meet the need of the customer. Innovate towards that direction. You can just start by presenting what the other person, every other person is presenting, but still working on how can you come up with an innovation which can address the challenges society is facing as a result of what the current market player does not offer to the customer. And that is what will make you an innovator, or will bring a particular product which have never existed in the marketplace. And I'll give you a good example of my class. I never came a class like mine. But what made me come up with this class? I studied the society and I discovered right now there's an income crisis. There are not enough private and public institutions to employ each one of us. Therefore, people are not able to earn an income, especially the majority, because majority of people are wired towards employment. And now I had to research, and I discovered from the way each one of us is built, within them, the strengths they have, which I call natural abilities, can be turned into businesses. And if everybody has got strength, everybody has got natural abilities, it means everybody is a business. Everybody is a business. Therefore, discovering your natural ability is discovering the business within you. And when you take that business to the marketplace, you will transact and will earn money. And that's why one of our objectives is increasing income generation base globally. And I know as a result of this class, many people are discovering the businesses they can start, they're entering into the marketplace, starting those businesses and creating an income. And that is sparking also other people to do the same. So never forget that society problems equals market opportunities. And when you bring your innovation to solve a society problem, money follows you. 2.9 trillion has followed Larry Page, the founder of Google. 5 billion followed Yahoo. $42.83 billion has followed X. 8.67 billion followed Safaricom. 2.6 trillion USD followed all cell phone companies in the world. $1.89 trillion followed Meta. That is very key for you to understand. So this is the assignment I want to give you kindly. I want you to list down existing problems in the industry where your natural abilities placed you. Guidance and counseling, list down all problems in society which guidance and counseling can solve. If you are into leadership, list down problems which leadership can solve. So list down problems your natural abilities or the market brand names of your natural abilities can solve. On the other side, when you will be listing down those problems, you will be identifying opportunities in your market sector or opportunities which you can focus on and make money. So the list of your problems are no longer problems. That list is your opportunities. That list is your opportunities. We go to the next slide. So market sector opportunities, of course. Market gap. We said these are inefficiencies in customer satisfaction by current market player. So I also want you to list down areas which you think customers are not satisfied enough in the market sector where your natural ability placed you under. Let's say, for example, you are into training. So what are some of the challenges customers are facing because the current trainers are not training the way they are supposed to train? If you're into guidance and counseling, the same. If you are into entrepreneurship, like you sell products, what are some of the dissatisfaction which customers are facing in your sector? If you're into motor vehicles, what are some of the complaints consumers of motor vehicles or customers for motor vehicles, what are some of the complaints they usually keep on presenting or airing out? List down all those complaints in your sector. And you can use your AI tool to assist you. Like, what are the customer complaints in the motor vehicle industry, in the counseling industry, in the leadership industry, in the life coaching industry, in the manufacturing industry, in the processing industry? So list down those complaints. Those complaints are not complaints, are existing market gaps, which your natural ability is supposed to, of course, bridge those gaps, and that will give you money. We go to the next slide. So market sector opportunities. Remember we said market sector opportunities are found in society problems and are also found in what? Deficiencies in customer satisfaction. So on one side, we have pending innovations or the society problem or the market gap. So pending innovation is a representation of there is a society problem. And also it's a representation of there is a market gap in the marketplace. So that is what pending innovations represents. Import your creativity represents what? Our innovation and our creativity. So point number one, deficiencies in efficient problem solving in society. So when you discover problems in society being solved enough or to satisfaction, what are you supposed to do? The other side of the slide. Come up with an innovation or a creativity which efficiently solves that problem. When there is long-term customer dissatisfaction, let your service and product which you are presenting in the marketplace end that customer satisfaction and you'll be in money. When there is resource into brackets, time and money, saving in solution access, that is when people are spending a lot of time and money to access a particular product. What are you supposed to do? Bring an innovation or a product and a solution which cuts the cost, whereby people will spend lesser time and people will spend lesser money to access that product. Lastly, whereby people are not accessing quality products and solutions in a comfortable way, and nothing is being offered extra, what do? Now, come up with a service and product whose quality is higher and customer will enjoy, feel comfortable as they are being served, and they will see like you are offering something extra. Because what that will make that customer that is be loyal to you, and they will feel that they are loyal too. The customer will be loyal to you because they will feel that you treat them better than every other person, that they are loyal to, they are royal. And the next class we look at market sector specialization. Thank you.